Welcome to Changfied YouTube channel. We have an opinion piece written by Paul Malong, a political activist in South Sudan from the SPLM party, who share his perspective on the ongoing case of Dr. Machar and the importance of unity in South Sudan. Before we proceed with this opinion from Paul Malong, please, I would kindly ask you to help the channel by subscribing, and do not forget to hit the notification bell, so when I upload any new update on this, you can be able to be notified. Paul began his message by reminding both supporter and critic that the case of Dr. Machar is not a battlefield but a legal process. Whether a lawyer come from Europe, the USA, or Africa due to FENIUM, the law of South Sudan remains the same. Please just read the screenshot. You can see the screenshot there, right? This screenshot right here. Okay, yeah, you can see it. So read it. He further recalled the 2016 J1 incident in Juba when Dr. Machar was accused of plotting to assassinate President Salva Kiir Mayardit and take over power. According to Paul, the president chose forgiveness that very night and allowed Machar to live unharmed and act he described as a proof of Kiir's kind heart and commitment to peace. But we all know that the person who started fighting were not the Dr. Machar forces. They were the SPLA under Kiir Mayardit. Paul argued that in many parts of the world, a rebel who threatened the life of a head of state would not be spared. But in South Sudan, he said, President Kiir demonstrated compassion, guided by his vision of unity among the country's 64 communities. We are reading an opinion here, okay? And I will tell you my comment later, or my opinion, what I think about his message here. The activists also criticized past action of the Norway army, saying that when they captured General Majudak and other soldiers, they allegedly killed them because of tribal affiliations. He believes such act of tribalism create dangerous division among communities and fuel endless cycle of revenge. Paul Malong stressed that young people must learn from this painful experience. Instead of supporting war and tribal politics, they should focus on development, education, and building the nation, he said. Paul cautioned that those who reject peace and unity only bring harm to their own communities, but in the end, they say truth will prevail and the rule of law will take its course. Finally, Paul called on all citizens to stand behind President Salva Kiir Mayardit, praising his effort to promote unity and peace for development. However, Paul also acknowledged challenges such as corruption, pointing out that one end alone cannot collapse. Through progress, he said, require everyone to work together as one people. He concluded with a message of hope. We are one people, and it is our responsibility to work together for the common good of our community. May God bless the Republic of South Sudan. This is an opinion written by Paul Malong. Now, dear viewer, we must also comment honestly on what has been written here. The person who wrote this article, or Paul Malong, clearly show a tribal mindset, okay? Tribal mindset. And instead of promoting true peace, is trying every problem in South Sudan to Dr. Machar, simply because Machar is a Nuer. This kind of thinking is dangerous. It divides our people and keep us trapped in tribal politics. And that is what happened in 2013. When we were massacred in Juba, and then we were told that day on December 15th and 16th, the fight was not between the Nuer and Dinka. It was, between the forces of Riek Machar and Kiir. But on those nights, what happened was, the Dinka soldier went door to door, killing Nuer people. The only people that escaped are those who went to IDP camp. When Paul Malong talked about the Nuer Army, about the incident that had happened in Nasser, he labeled them as if they are professional military force. That is not true. They are not military. They are not even force. They do not even have office. The Nuer Army are not trained soldiers. They are ordinary civilian, farmer, cattle herder, and young men who took up arms only to defend their families and communities when they were under attack. They did not choose war. War came to their home. They had no option but to protect themselves. These forces, SSPDF, that were stationed in Nasser, they were supposed to be taken back, but he refused when civilian called President Kiir that we want these forces to be removed and we need national army or unified force to be deployed in Nasser. But Kiir did not listen. Nobody listened to their voice. I can tell you that it is unfair and misleading to portray them as a standing army with political agenda. The Nuer Army, they are simply defender of their villages and loved one. We must also be very clear. Linking Dr. Machar to every violent incident is a political tactic, not truth. There's no truth on this one. Calling forgiveness one-sided while ignoring government attack against civilian is not the full story. True peace comes when we acknowledge the suffering of all communities. Nuer, Dinka, Shuluk, Murle, Equatoria, and all others. What happened in Nasser, it was a mistake, and it was a mistake that should be avoided by the president himself, Kiir, but Kiir did not. Kiir was not willing, and Kiir was the one who started everything. He wanted something to link to Dr. Machar. If we continue to allow people with tribal mindset, tribal motive to dominate the conversation, we will never achieve peace. South Sudan belongs to all 64 communities. No single tribe owns this country, and no single leader should be demonized because of his community background. Here is my final comment on this one. The use of South Sudan must rise above tribal politics. We must reject voices that blame one community for all problems, and instead we should push for justice, fairness and unity, because only then can South Sudan stand strong. This opinion by Paul Malong, it is a tribal mindset. I can say that because I've been reading some of his posts on social media. All of them tribal mindset, and he's a political leader. Unless if this page is not owned by him, but it is a very disgrace that he has to post this piece of tribal mindset on social media. He is not actually advocating for peace. He is only fueling the situation. Taking Dr. Machar to court is something. Well, I can say if Dr. Machar is going to be, trial in court, that is okay. But what about 2013? Who's going to be responsible for that? Because during the conflict when civil war started in 2013, there were no one held responsible. Even the international community condemned Kiir government forces. The international community say that Kiir was the one orchestrating issues just because he want to avoid election. So here's my intake. If people like Paul Malong and others political activists, if they continue with this tribal mindset, peace will never prevail in South Sudan. If you are new here, please, I would like you to subscribe and hit the notification bell on this YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye bye.